So we're going to attempt to stretch our food budget dollars by buying food that should last several days, maybe the whole week. Because of my work location, I think I will have access to a refrigerator freezer. That's allowing me to buy like a little bit of frozen meat that I can stretch out. So I think I prefer Aldi's meat. It's cheaper. But for now, because I don't have an Aldi's nearby here that I know of, I picked up some of these beef burger patties, the cheapest ones from Walmart. This was like $11, $10 or $11 for this. And some hamburger helper twin pack, which was $2.50. And some cheap $1.99 storage bags. And what the plan is, if you've watched the previous Cooking with Denoy episodes, we know that our little handy dandy 300 watt rice cooker here is powerful enough to cook a hamburger helper. And what I used to do was I would take 2 or 3 beef patties and 1 packet of the hamburger helper sauce and pasta and stuff. The problem is, then I ended up with a whole full rice container full of hamburger helper, which was too much to eat for one person. At least for one meal. You could eat it throughout the whole day. So what I'm going to try to do this time is I'm going to try to cook it with only 1 beef burger patty. And instead of using a whole packet of the mix, the sauce mix and the pasta, I'm going to split the sauce mix and the pasta in half to try to make 1 serving instead of, basically 3 to 5 servings. It'll make like 1 or 2 servings, which I hope to eat in one setting. And that's what these plastic bags are for, is to store the leftover pasta and the leftover sauce, in powder form, so that I can use it for another batch instead of cooking it all at once. And then the meats, I will try to store at my workplace in the freezer. Hopefully it won't be an issue. To start our cooking process, the first thing we're going to do is take out a beef patty. It's solidly frozen here. And I'm going to put it in my little rice cooker here. Take the paper wrap here off. And then I'll simply just close the lid, start up my car, start up the inverter, and start cooking. Actually, it's not going to be that simple because I just woke up here. You can see it's kind of a mess. I'm currently at a Walmart parking lot. And I'm going to leave it on warm mode and let the car run a little bit, then switch to high mode. I'm talking about the rice cooker here, to let it fully cook. Once it's fully cooked, I'll try to drain it a little bit and then add the hamburger helper and water that's required. I just got to basically cut everything in half according to their, like it says, to add 1 pouch of the sauce mix, 1 pouch of the pasta. I'm only going to add half. And it says stir in hot water and milk. I'm not going to add hot water and milk because I don't have any milk. And I know that this tastes okay with just water. It says to use 3 cups of hot water and a half a cup of milk. I'm going to use approximately 1 2/3 cups of water to adjust the ingredient. And that's what the plan will be. I'll keep you guys informed. I'll film some more here as I start cooking it. The next thing that I did was to start up my car engine to get the alternator charging up the batteries. And then I flipped over my switch here to connect the house battery to the vehicle battery so it'll start charging. Then I turned on my inverter. I don't know if you can see it back here. I switched the inverter on, and of course my rice cooker is now on warm mode. Now I could set it on high mode if I knew that I had a lot of electrical battery power, but I know I don't. So I'm going to leave it on warm mode and drive it around for about 5 or 10 minutes before I switch the rice cooker to high mode. It's on warm mode, so it's starting to cook right now, but it's not cooking fast. It's only pulling about 22 to 25 watts versus 300 watts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start to drive towards work. I got an hour before I gotta get to work, so hopefully this food will be done within 30 minutes and I can eat it. Believe it or not, we are actually cooking at this point. I am looking, it looks like I'm clear to go. And I'm gonna try to head over towards work here. I've got to go across the causeway. I'm debating if I'm just gonna head towards work or if I might detour over to a location that might be more scenic. Wish I had a little bit more time. I only got an hour, so I gotta make sure I get to work. Let me think. If I go to a more scenic location, I can have a nice breakfast with a scenic view. Then I can head to work. Got an hour. I think I can do it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to pull over and cook at a nicer location so I can eat in a nice location. We've been driving for about a minute or two, a couple minutes. Let me give it I'll wait till I hit that light area there. Then I'm going to switch my inverter to high mode. Right now it's on low mode, and I have it in low mode to allow the battery to charge up because I just spent the whole night sleeping in the van and I've been running the fan all night. That means my battery's completely drained, and if I try to put it on the inverter cooking with no battery power, more than likely the unit's going to shut down and I might even blow a fuse. The fuse is under the hood, hooked up to the vehicle battery. There's a line that runs from the switch that I have right here on the side of the vehicle underneath the hood to connect to the vehicle battery. That's where it recharges from. And I have a fuse, inline fuse that I put in there. The fuse I typically use is 30 watts, but sometimes when I'm out of the 30 watts, I'll use as low as 20 watts. It's just there for safety in case the system gets too hot, tries to pull out too much power, and things get hot. It's designed to melt and disconnect. Okay, I am going to go ahead, and I'm not going to show it here because I'm driving, but I am going to flip the switch to get the inverter on full cooking mode now by turning it up to 300 watts. The inverter is now set at 300 watts. I just flipped the switch. So the food is on full cook mode right now. Basically, we're cooking up a hamburger patty using a 300 watt rice cooker. We're using the rice cooker pretty much as a frying pan, but we've also got the lid on it, so it's kind of baking too. And the plan will be, when I get to this location that I'm looking to go to, I'm wondering where I want to go. I think it's going to be safer to cross the bridge and go by the other park. I was going to go off to the side of the bridge here. There's a nice little area, a little picnic area. But the problem is, if I take the right exit here, there's no way to get back on this road, which is westbound. You have to actually loop around and come back to the eastbound lane and then try to turn back around, which can be dangerous because it's rush hour traffic. As you can see, there's a lot of cars. So what I'm going to do is probably just go ahead and completely cross the bridge here. I think this is the Banana River. Yeah, this is the Banana River, I think. Or no, this is the Indian River. The Banana River's on the other side, and I didn't cross the Banana River this time. So this is the Indian River, and here's the exit I was talking about. There's a nice little park right here. I don't know if you can see that. People are walking out there and fishing. It's a perfect spot for a picnic. But because I don't want to have to loop back around and head back east and then turn back west again, do a U-turn through this traffic, I'm going to go ahead and cross the bridge over the Indian River. And I'm going to try to go over to the park over here to the left, which will allow me to just park there and cook and try to get my food ready to eat. I figure I got another 20 minutes before I have to worry about getting to work. 20-30 minutes. So I'll try to finish cooking here and eat. Right over here at this park on this side. I know you can't see much there, but there is a park there about where we're going to try to go to. We are now in the city of Cocoa, as you can see by that sign right there. And I'm going to take this road over here to cut over to the park, which is straight ahead here. And the reason I'm showing you all this is in case you find yourself in this area and you want to, you don't know where to go. This will hopefully help you. If you're coming from 520, you're coming west on 520, back from Cocoa Beach towards Cocoa. This is the park. I don't know if it's called Riverfront Park. I don't know what it's called. But it's a nice little park right here. This road that's labeled as King Street is actually 520. State Road 520. So we're just going to go to the park, and instead of parking at the pavilion area here, we're going to go to the back in that side over there where they have the boat ramp. You can see someone there going with a boat. There's a manatee observation deck that you can go hang out at, and manatees do come here. Meanwhile, just to show you the status of our food, you can see it is starting to cook. Oh man, I just hit it, so it turned it on to low mode. Flip it back to high mode and let it cook some more. But I do need to flip the meat, so I'll flip the meat here shortly so that it can cook, start to cook both sides and cook faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to flip it since this light is taking forever. Well, the light ended up turning green while I was getting ready to flip it, so I haven't flipped it yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to this park right here. So this street is called Harrison, and there's like parking you can see here. It's pretty empty in the morning. So if you get here really early in the morning, you can have your pick of the best spot. And you can see it's a wonderful little area to hang out. You can go for a nice walk. There's a Lee Winter Park is where we're at right here. This is the manatee observation area here with the deck. And people launch their boats here. There's also a bathroom up here straight ahead. And a picnic pavilion. There's a lot of homeless people that hang out here. Did an episode the other day with the family feeding the homeless that I thought was a nice gesture for them to do, and gave me a little bit of hope in humanity to see people do that. This parking side here is mainly for boats with trailers, and pretty much all of it is for boats with trailers, but I usually park on the other side. Anyhow, they got a little playground set here. And this is where the bathroom is. There's a male and female bathroom. And that pavilion area right there where you see the person sitting is where all the homeless people hang out. You can also hang out underneath the bridge. I usually park right here. I either park on that side or this side here. And today I'm going to park here on this side, underneath the tree or nearby the tree. So I'm going to go ahead and park here under the tree today since I'm the first one here and I get the best spot. And this is where we're going to try to cook our food to eat. Can you hear that sizzling? That's the meat cooking there. I am going to attempt to flip it here. Flip the hamburger meat. You see it shut the inverter off. It put it on back to low mode. It's a little hard to do it because I'm doing it with my left hand. If I put my right hand here, so you can see the shadow there. I'll try it. Here we go. So now I've got the hamburger meat. You can see it's actually cooked on one side. So if all you're wanting to make is hamburger, this is easy to make. I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera and get the lights on so you can actually see the cooking.